Hi everyone, you are welcome to the lesson of today. My name is Miss Adegoke and our subject for today is mathematics. Our topic is money, and in money we are looking at multiplication and division of money. Remember that last week we talked about addition and subtraction of money. Today we are looking at multiplication and division of money. You're welcome to this class once again. Yes, what is money? Look at the picture on the screen. You are going to see different denominations of the Nigerian note, the Nigerian Naira note that we have. You know, I start from the smallest. We have the 5 Naira note. We have the 5 Naira note here. We have the 10 Naira note here. We have the 20 Naira note. You can see 20 written on it. We have the 50 Naira note here, color blue. We have the 100 Naira note. We have the 200 Naira note. We have the 500 Naira note. And we have the 1000 Naira note. They are 8 in total, 8 of them. Okay, these are the Nigerian Naira notes that we have. Then here we have the coins, the money in coins. We have the 1 kobo. As you can see here, we have the 50 kobo, we have the 10 kobo, we have the 1 naira, then we have the 2 naira. These are all coins. Okay. Now, what are objectives for this lesson? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to solve questions involving multiplication of money. Then you should be able to do calculations involving division of money. You know, multiplication, division. Then you should be able to solve word problems. That is, you are given a story that involves multiplication and division of money, and you are able to solve that question. You should be able to solve word problems involving multiplication and division of money. Okay, we come to the introduction. As you all know, we spend money every day, because it enables us to get goods and services. And in Nigeria, our currency is the naira and kobo. Other countries have their own currencies too. Now we are looking at multiplication of money. You know, to multiply means you add repeatedly. Like somebody is telling you, oh, my daddy gave me 50 naira, 3 of them. My daddy gave me 50 naira. 350 naira. You know, somebody may say, okay, let me add all the 50 naira together, and then okay, so what somebody may say, let me add the 50 naira together, and then you add. What do you get when you add? You have something like this: 0 plus 0 plus 0, that's 0. You have your 0 there. Then we have 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 plus 5 is 15. So somebody may decide to add 50 naira in 3 places together, and then you get 150. But somebody else may, you know, multiplication makes this calculation easier. Instead of saying 50 plus 50 plus 50, you just say 50 naira. How many times? How many was I given? You were given 3. So you just multiply 50 by 3. And let's see whether our answers will be the same. Tell me, 3 times 0? That's 0. Because any number times 0 is 0. Then 3 times 5 is what? 3 times 5 is 15. You see, quickly, I get my answer here. Now, that's what multiplication is all about. Instead of adding and adding and adding, you just multiply the amount you have by the number of times you have it. Look at this example number 1 here. 65 kobo times 8. You see, there are 65 kobo in 8 places. What do? We multiply. I cannot say, let me add 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65 plus 65, you know, plus another 65, another 65, another 65. That would take me a lot of time. So what do? I just say 65 times 8. And what do I have here? 8 times 5, that's what? 40. So I write my 0, I carry my 4. Then I come here. 8 times 6, that's 48. Then 48 plus the 4 that is carried to this other side. 48 plus 4, 49, 50, 51, 52. That's 52. That's the 52 you can see here. So 65 kobo times 8 will now give us 520, which is 520 kobo. You know, last week we talked about conversion from naira to kobo and kobo to naira. Now you have 520 kobo. We want to convert it to naira. What would that give us? Remember, 100 kobo is the same thing as what? As 1 naira. That's 100 kobo. 100 kobo is the same thing as 1 naira. So if 100 kobo is 1 naira, that means 500 kobo will be 5 naira. Then the other 20 kobo is not up to 100. You are told that if the kobo is not up to 100, you cannot convert it to naira. So because it is still 20 kobo, we leave it as kobo. So 520 kobo will give us 5 naira. That's 500 kobo. 5 naira, then 20 kobo. And it is written as this, you can see 5 naira dot 20 kobo. Let's look at the second example that we have here. We have 11 naira 24 kobo multiplied by 6. That is in 6 places. What do? 6 times 4 is what? 24. We write our 4 down. You can see the 4 here. And then we carry the 2. 6 times 2 is what? 12. 12 plus 2. That's what? 14. We write 4 down. Then you carry 1. Now we come here. 6 times 1. That's 6. Plus the 1 we have carried. That's 7. You can see the 7 here. Then we have 6 times 1. That's what? 6. So what is our answer now? 11 naira 24 kobo multiplied by 6 will give us what? 67 naira 44 kobo. That's what we have there. Okay, we come to division of money now. Now I want to divide 1 naira 68 kobo among 7 people. What do? You know, 7 cannot divide 1, so that will be 0. But let me show you this method first of all. We can change the 1 naira to kobo first. And 1 naira is what? 100 kobo. 1 naira is 100 kobo. So we have 100 kobo plus 68 kobo. So 100 kobo plus 68 kobo. That will give us 168 kobo, as you can see here. So we say 168 kobo divided by 7. You can see it divided here. Divided by 7. What do? 7 in 16, that's what? 2, which is 14. It will remain 2. And 7 in 28 is what? 4. That's how we have our 24 kobo. Or even if you want to use the other method, you know, look at this. 1 naira 68 kobo divided by 7. Can 7 divide 1 naira? No, that's 0. So 7 times 0, of course, is 0. I hope you know that. Then 1 take away 0, that's 1. Now what happens? We bring our point up here, then we bring our 6 down, because the naira side is finished. 7 cannot divide 1, that's 0. So we bring the 1 down, then we bring our 6 of the kobo side. 7 in 16 is what? That's 2. And 7 times 2 is what? That's 14. So we come here, we say 16 take away 14, that's 2. Then we bring down this third 8. You see this 8 that is here, we bring it down. So we have 7 in 28, that's 4. And 7 times 4 is what? 28. 7 times 4 is 28. And 28 take away 28 will give us what? 0. So look at the answer now. 7 cannot divide 1 naira. That's 0. But it can divide this 168 kobo that we have. Now, and 7 in 168 kobo is what? 24 kobo. So whether 24 kobo or 0 naira 24 kobo, they still mean the same thing. The answer is 24 kobo. Now let's look at the second example again. I hope you understood this first example. Let's look at the second one. You are going to understand it better by the time we look at this one. Divide 18 naira 24 kobo by 8. You know, like I said earlier on, you can divide in this place. Look at this example that we have here. We divided with the naira first. Here we change, in this first method I gave you, we change the naira to kobo. Now look at this one. We are not changing the naira to kobo. We want to divide because 16 can go in 18. So 16 in 18. No, sorry, this is not 16. This is 18.24 divided by 8. It's not 16 that should be here. It is 8. Now, 8 in 18. How many 8 can we get in 18? That's 2. You know now. 8 in 18 is 2, which is what? 16. Because 8 times 2 is 16. Now, out of the 18, if 8 divide 18 2 times, which is 16, it remains 2. We bring the 2 to this second side because there's 2 left in this naira side. We bring it to this side. So now we have 22 here. So tell me, 8 in 22 is what? That's 2 again because that's 16. Yes, 8 in 22 is 2. So which is 16. And 22 take away 16. That will give us what? 6. So 8 in 22 is 2. It will remain 6. Now, what do we have? The 6 that remain and this last number, which is 4. So 6 and 4 becomes 64. So now we have 8 in 64, and that's what? 8. This 8 that you can see here. Because 8 times 8 is 64. 8 in 64 is 8. So from what you can see, 18.24, which is 18 naira 24 kobo, divided by 8 will give us 2 naira 28 kobo, and that's it written down here. So that's division. You just divide whatever money you have by the number you are given. Okay, now we come to word problem on multiplication of money. Look at this question. I want you to think about it very well. Find the cost of these items. That is, how much are these items? Now, 5 meters, that's the first one. 5 meters of white poplin at 320 naira per meter. Look at the question again, 5 meters. And then we have 320 naira per meter. That is, 1 meter is 320 naira. So how much is 5 meters? If 1 is 320, how much are we going to pay for 5 meters? Look at the second example. 20 kilogram of yam flour at 150 naira 0 kobo per kilogram. So 1 kilogram is 150 naira. See the kobo, there's nothing in the kobo, is 0. So we may omit that since there's no kobo. So 1 kilogram is 150 naira, and we want to know how much we are going to pay for 20 kilogram. Let's check. Look at the first answer to the first question. If 1 meter of poplin is 320 naira, then it means 5 meters will be what? 320 naira times 5 in 5 places. Let's say 320 naira times 5. 5 times 0 is what? 0. 5 times 2 is what? 10. You carry your 1. Then 5 times 3 is what? 15 plus the 1 you have carried. That's 6. So what do we have? 1,600 naira. That's it here. That's the answer that we have here. Is that instead of saying 320 plus 320 plus 320 plus 320 plus 320, instead of adding the 325 times, that's why we multiply to get the answer quick. So we have 320 naira times 5, and we have 1,600 naira. Look at that second example too. 1 kilogram of yam flour is 150 naira. And then 20 kilogram of yam flour will give us how much? So we say 150 in 20 places times 20. You know how we do our multiplication with 2 digits? You use the unit number here. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 5, 0. 0 times 1, 0. Any number times 0 is 0. Then we come to the second number, which is 2. And then we start our answer from this second place. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 5, that's 10. You write your 0, you carry 1. Then 2 times 1, 2, plus the 1 you have carried, that's 3. So what do? We add up everything together. We have 0 here. 0 and 0 is 0. 0 and 0 is 0. Then we have 3. You know how we used to do? We count 3 times from the back. 1, 2, 3. You put your comma here. So how much do we have here? 3,000 naira. That's the answer that we have